After using me for 15 years to fund her cancer treatment, my wife left for a richer man. Now that he's bankrupt and gone, she's back, begging for my help. Hello Reddit I plus here. 15 years. 15 damn years of my life, gone. 15 years of sacrifices, of working overtime, of watching every dime, all to keep her alive. And for what? So she could leave me the second a richer man came along? I met Lisa when we were both in our early 20s. She was beautiful, full of life, and she made me feel like the luckiest man in the world. We got married young, and for a while, life was good. But then, at 27, she got the diagnosis. Cancer. A rare, aggressive form. The doctors weren't optimistic, but I refused to accept that. I took out loans, worked 2, sometimes 3 jobs, emptied my savings, anything to pay for her treatments. I did it all willingly, because I loved her. Because I wanted more years with her, and by some miracle, or maybe just the sheer amount of money I threw at hospitals and specialists, she survived. After 5 brutal years of treatments, surgeries, and recovery, she was declared cancer-free. It should have been a happy ending, right? We should have celebrated, traveled, lived our lives. But somewhere in the middle of those years, she changed. Or maybe she was always like this, and I just hadn't seen it. At first, it was small things. She started spending more time with new friends, richer friends. Started talking about how hard it had been for her, how she missed out on life while she was sick. And I understood. I really did. But then, she started comparing our life to theirs. Why don't we have a bigger house? Why can't we take luxury vacations? Why am I still driving this old car? I should have seen it coming. Maybe I did deep down. But I never expected her to walk out the door one day and tell me she was leaving. And not just leaving for someone else. A man who had everything I couldn't give her. I remember standing there completely numb as she packed her things. I love you, but I need more, she said. Just like that. After 15 years of marriage, after everything I did, that was all I got. I didn't beg, I didn't argue, I let her go. And yeah, it hurt. It hurt in a way I can't even describe. But after a while, after I got past the bitterness, I realized something. I was free. No more working myself into the ground for someone who didn't appreciate it. No more walking on eggshells trying to keep her happy. I picked up the pieces of my life, paid off what debts I could, and moved on. That was 3 years ago. And now? Now she's back. I was at work when I got the call. An unknown number. I almost didn't pick up, but something told me I should. The second I heard her voice, I felt this cold rage settle in my gut. Hey, she said, like we were old friends catching up. I was hoping we could talk. Talk? About what? How great her life had been since she left me? But no, she wasn't calling to brag. Turns out, her rich boyfriend, husband actually, had lost everything. Some bad business deals, a failed investment, whatever. The man was bankrupt, and the moment the money dried up, he disappeared. Just like she did to me. And now? Now she had nowhere to go, no job, no savings, just a pile of debts and a sob story. I know I hurt you, she said, her voice trembling. I made a mistake. I see that now. But I thought maybe we could start over. Start over. Like I was just some safety net, waiting for her to come back when things got hard. I let out a breath, trying to keep my voice steady. Lisa, let me ask you something. If he still had money, if he hadn't gone bankrupt, would you be calling me right now? Silence. She didn't have to answer. We both knew the truth. I laughed. Actually laughed. Because what else could I do? The audacity of it was almost impressive. Lisa, I spent 15 years giving you everything I had. You repaid me by walking out the second you found something better. And now that you've hit rock bottom, you think I'll take you back? Tears. Begging. Promises. She swore she loved me, that she realized her mistake, that we could rebuild what we had. But I wasn't that man anymore. I wasn't the guy who would sacrifice everything for her while getting nothing in return. I told her no. And when she kept pushing, I blocked her number. For 15 years, I was her lifeline. But now she can learn how to survive on her own.